If you want to see me create my first look using the Nubian 2 palette, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and we are going to play with the Juvia's Place Nubian 2 as I introduced in my teaser. And I have been looking forward to playing with this palette. And I remember last time I had it in a video to show, which was the palettes for holiday to choose from. I'll put that video right here if you're curious. I was holding it this way, and I said that these were the shadows that I was really interested in playing with. And that is true, but I'm only going to play with one of them. I really looked at this palette and tried to figure out what I was going to do. And I've done a lot of colorful looks lately. And I think that I want to play with, for the most part, these three right here. And I think that that is what I'm going to do. So the matte to kind of get me started, and then these two on the lid. So yeah, I think Madagascar, Shiba, and Ya is going to be great. I'm looking at this. I may end up dipping into Kenya. And this is a very interesting first impressions for me because I have not swatched the palette yet. However, you will get the benefit of the swatches video. I will put it right here because I'm doing it right after. But I wanted to do a first impressions with no idea what these shades are like. I haven't looked at anybody else's swatches video. I'm just going to dip in and see what happens. One correction. I did, when I was doing my gold eyeshadows, I did dip into this one to swatch it. So I have swatched one of them, but it's not one that we are using today. So I'm going to go in with Madagascar, which is this one right here. I have primed my eyes and set the primer. My eye primer is the NYX Eyeshadow Base 03, and I have set it with the Hula Light from Benefit. So if you're wondering what's already on my eye, that is it. And I think I'm going to go just with Madagascar in the crease and outer lid. Yeah. I am going to go in with my trusty crease brush, and again, going into this color right here. And oh, and I keep forgetting there's no mirror with the Juvia's Place palettes. Let me just find a mirror for a second. I get to show you what I used to set my eyes. So I have the Complexionista palette, and I used this Hula Light right there. That's what I was using to set my eye primer, and it's very dusty. There we go. And there is a little mirror in this one, so I'm going to use that. I seem to conveniently be able to put it right into this palette, so that should work quite nicely. Okay, so Madagascar. And it doesn't seem to pick up too much on the brush, which is not a bad thing. And let's see what happens. Usually, Juvia's Place shadows are pretty pigmented. So I want to go in with a light hand because I don't want it to be a train wreck in the first 30 seconds. Or ever. I don't know why I said the first 30 seconds. I don't want it to be a train wreck at all. Although, I realize it would be highly entertaining. Okay, so let's see this. It looks more beige in the pen, but it looks like a mustard yellow once it's on the eye. More of a mustard yellow anyway. Or a camel, between a mustard yellow and a camel color, I guess. Very lightly on the rest of the eye and into the inner lid. Now I realize this is not going to work for every eye shape, but it works for mine, so I put it there. Okay, that's not bad at all. I'm going to do one full eye and then do the other side, just for expediency purposes. Okay, I've just gone to get my angled brush, and I'm going to go into Madagascar again and just get the outer lower lid done. Just kind of wrap it around the eye. I'm going to have to change it up a little bit. I just seem to do that with every look right now, but I like it. I think it looks good. So for now, you'll have to deal with me doing the same kind of look every time. That looks really good, right? I think so anyway. I am thinking about deepening the outer lid. I think I'm going to go just one more time into Madagascar and deepen it up. And then we're going to go, I think, into Kenya. Okay, so I used the crease brush for the crease. Shocker. But I'm going to go in with my packer brush to deepen up a little bit with Madagascar. So I'll go get that one right now. Okay, and this brush from Smashbox is what I'm going to use to just intensify the color of Madagascar before going into Kenya. And usually it does a pretty good job of putting on color in a more saturated way. You know what I mean, the color gets more intense with this brush. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And I'm going to go in with the same brush that I had before when I set my eye primer and just smooth out the line here a little bit, just with whatever product is left on the brush. So just a tiny, tiny bit of cleanup. And I don't really have any fallout, which is good because I didn't really put a whole lot of powder on my face. All right, I'm going to cheat a little bit and put a little bit of Kenya on my hand just to see what it looks like. Okay, this is the color. And I think it's going to look good with another color later on that I showed you earlier. Yeah, I think it's going to go really well. So I'm going to try and use that packer brush and my crease brush and do the same thing on this side with Kenya. Wish me luck. So Kenya is loaded on the brush. Just a little bit more color. Well, depth, I should say, because the color is not that far off of Madagascar. Okay. Back to the crease brush, going into Kenya just a little bit to blend it into Madagascar and diffuse the color a little bit, just a little bit. And I'm going to go in with my angled brush and just bring Kenya down as well. But closer, actually no, I'm going to use my smudger brush, my tiny smudger brush from Smashbox, and leave Madagascar alone and just bring Kenya just a little bit closer to the lash line. So I've just added Kenya on my little smudger brush and we're going to go right along the lash line. Oh, hopefully I'm not hiding myself with the mirror here. Okay, just a tiny bit more right here. I like it. I like it. I think this is a really nice look, and frankly, this could be it. It looks pretty good, but we're going to go for some bling. And I thought I was going to go in with Ya but I think I'm just going to go in with this color. So it's going to end up being this color, and this color, and possibly Zuri on the brow bone. Actually, let's do Zuri right now because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to use on the brow bone. Let's go with a nice fluffy, there you go. Let's go with a nice fluffy brush into Zuri. Just going to do a little test on my hand. Yep, that's going to look good. And we're going to go right on the brow bone. Okay, that looks good. Yep, that looks good. And now, I'm going to go in with my multitasker brush, Smashbox brush, and into Shiba, this one right here. And I'm going to start it off with the multitasker brush on the inner lid, and then probably move to my finger once I'm out of that little spot. So putting Shiba on the brush, and let's try it out. There's a little bit of fallout, but I did put quite a bit on the brush. And I didn't tap it off, so that's not too surprising to me. I'm going to go now with the finger. That's what it looks like. And let's try it out. This is a very neutral look for me, boy. Whew. Very neutral. Haven't done that in a while. Okay, that looks, I think that looks really, really good. And I don't even have mascara on or anything. It looks really good. I'm just going to wipe off some of the fallout with my usual brush to do so. Any kind of fluffy brush will do. Okay, I'm going to recreate this on the other eye in fast forward so I don't bore you to tears, and then we will talk about how we finish up this look. Okay, I am pretty happy with this. Obviously, we have not finished the look. I do want to add some liner and mascara. I do already have a nude lip, which I think looks okay, but I want to make it more brown. I think I'm going to go with the Urban Decay 1993 on the lip. I think it's going to be a good match with what I've got going on, especially because of the Kenya color. Actually, it matches Madagascar too, so I think it's going to be fine. It's been very interesting for me. I don't often do neutral looks, but this to me is a very neutral look, very approachable look. And it's definitely not because I shy away from color. I was just drawn to those colors, and I find it interesting that I didn't end up using Ya. I really thought I would, but these two colors, this one and this one, just made for a really nice look, and I'm happy with it. I don't often do neutrals, especially with Juvia's Place. Like I said, neutrals are not a look I tend to go for, but I am really, really pleased with the look. So let me just put some liner, mascara, and change my lip color, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. If you were wondering what I had on my lips before, it is this Elizabeth Arden Naked Nymph lip pencil and a clear lip gloss over top. So that's what I had on. If you want to know more about the Elizabeth Arden holiday set, I'll put a video right here. Now I have on my lips the Urban Decay 1993, one of my favorite colors of Comfort Matte lipstick, actually of lipstick in general. And note to self, line your lips before doing your lipstick. I tried lining after and I went way outside the lines, but whatever. It happens, and I was not about to start over. So anyway, we're here for the eye look, not the lips. Speaking of eyes, I did refresh my Zero liner. I have it on the upper waterline, and I did before applying my eyelid makeup. And I also added it on the upper lash line, just about the outer third. I didn't smudge it, just kind of applied a little bit of it. I like the Zero liner, not as much as Perversion, but it is more malleable than Perversion, so it's down here. And Perversion and Zero are both from Urban Decay. I also used a liner that I'm getting very fond of, and it is the Brun Noir, which means brown black, from Lise Watier. And they really do look like Urban Decay pencils, interestingly enough. And finally, for my mascara, which is the last thing I did, is I used the Shiseido waterproof Shiseido Full Lash multi-dimension mascara in waterproof, I think. Yeah, it is waterproof. I just didn't double check before putting it on, but that is what it looks like. And the wand, it's a sample obviously, but I like the wand. I really do. And there's an eyelash in it. Oh no, there's not. That was just a weird spike. Anyway, yeah, I'm happy with that. I did finish it up with the Maybelline Master Fix. That's my setting spray today. And I really like the way everything turned out. It's more neutral, yes. I've said it 4 times now, than I'm used to, but I don't know why I'm saying but. It's more neutral than I'm used to, and I like it. That's it. That's all I have to say. And for a first impressions, I had high expectations for Juvia's Place. I always do now that I've tried a number of their palettes, and it did not disappoint. I think it's a very wearable look for any time, really. I think this is a daytime look. I think this is it goes well into an evening look. I overall would think it's suitable for just about any occasion. And when you have an eye look like this, you can go a little bit bolder and deeper with your lip if you so choose, or keep it neutral. Anything looks good with an eye look like this, in my opinion. So that is it. My first impressions of this Nubian 2 from Juvia's Place is extremely positive. I had a great experience. I had a lot of fun using this palette, and I'm looking forward to doing some more looks with this one. And of course, the next one will be, well, you guessed it, more colorful. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you spending some time with me today, as always. I hope you are making the most of this holiday season, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.